Go ahead. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, high elves, dark elves, the creepy lizard men lurking in middle hollow earth, whatever it's called. Are you tired of the Scarab King and Rachel? Because let me tell you, I was. This was me. Just put something funny of a person being tortured. Yeah, that was me. I was being tortured mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually by the Scarab King. I was tired of him going. I had nightmares on this guy, but today no more. In our video game division, I'm gonna help you guys take down that beast of a Scarab with a Vergis solo build. This got me from not being able to do Doom Tower hard mode to being able to max out Doom Tower hard mode. And if you're having trouble with it, well, guess what? You've come to the right place. And if you are a new player, you've come to the right place as well. There is a link down below, or you can scan my QR code. If you're a new player, I'll be able to get you to Gore, and no other promo code giveaway for new players has this. You'll be able to get Deacon Armstrong when you hit level 40. Amazing, epic champions, my friends. So let's get involved, tell you about this amazing epic champion as well. We have Vergis. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead. Vergis, are you excited for this? Go tell them leave a like down below. Yeah, every like increase the chance of the Scarab King being destroyed by you, okay? Your thumb's hiding behind the shield. All right, whatever. Anyways, people, let's get down to business. Vergis solo build. This took me from the edge of insanity to the beginning of glory. What does that mean? I don't know. But what I do know is that this guy is amazing. And my gosh, he helped me get through a massive milestone, and that is taking on the Scarab. Let me bring you guys in over. We are going to be showing this Vergis solo build, and more importantly, the failures I had initially, because, you know, it's easy to watch a YouTube video and you're like, well, that's easy. And then you do it. It's like, why is it not working for me? There were two things that I did I'm going to help share with you guys here on how I managed to get the job done versus Scarab finally with the Vergis. And here's what I want to bring up here. The problem with the Scarab, one of the most difficult bosses in Raid Shadow Legends, you can potentially get caught up in this tornado, this loop of not having a shield. Therefore, he's going to counterattack. And when he counterattacks, he's using his basic ability, which can place provoke on your characters. And provoke, in a way, it's sort of like an ability block. You can't use your special abilities and you're forced to just use your basic. But then if you're hitting him with the basic and you still don't have a shield, well, guess what? You're back into the loops. You're almost in a perpetual loop of just being counterattacked through easy prey. Hence, Vergis solo build solves this problem, as we're going to talk about. So let's go bring up the build for Vergis, and I'm going to show you how this looks like in action, how to tune it, all that great stuff. So Vergis, no, we're not ready to battle yet. I know, my fingers are ready to get to action here. So let me show you what we have here. Vergis, the first thing we got to talk about are the artifacts. You are going to want, this seems pretty much non-negotiable. You're going to want to have 4 destroy set pieces, because you're going to destroy the enemy's max HP by 40% of the damage dealt. And if you're doing a solo, every time that Scarab's hitting you, you're going to basically send that trash back at him. Give him a taste of its own medicine. Yeah, kind of nice. Also non-negotiable, an immortal set, 2-piece there. So you're going to get 15% HP, plus you're going to heal 3% every turn. HP is going to be huge for this champion, we're going to talk about. Ignore the Feral. That was just, that was just the ring I threw on. You don't need to worry too much about that. Let's go ahead now. Now that we know the sets, let's talk about the artifacts you need for this guy. He needs to have, besides the set, the stats you're going to be shooting for with the artifacts, lots and lots of health. We have a total of 83,000 health plus, and 67,000 of it is coming through the artifacts. I'll go through the individual artifacts so you can see what I had here. Resistance is also nice. I don't have crazy resistance, so if you can get even more resistance, this becomes infinitely easier. I do not have that, unfortunately. So let's go through all the individual stats here. So basically, when you're building this, getting as much health on your champion is incredibly important. So I tried enchanting some things to get my health even higher here. We have more HP over here, HP primaries. Wish I had a better ascension there. Again, trying to boost defense maybe a little bit as well. But again, mostly focusing on health things. And I wish I even had more stuff, but here we go. We have HP 50% there. Wish I had some HP over there. And then we went for even HP percentage on the boots as well. They're like, it's like, what was that? Was that TI or Florida? The boots with the fur. These are the boots with the fur. And the whole Scarabs are going to be looking at her. And the Vergis hit the floor next. Anyway, also trying to get HP on the bottom 3 here. So lots of HP stuff going on there. Big HP. Trying to get as much HP as possible is the big thing. And I'm going to talk about one of the failures I had and what turned the switch on. But let's hold on for that because it's important now that we have the artifacts out of the way. What actually makes this trick work? It's pretty much this unique ability or this second wind passive ability. It's got several things going on here. This right here is the magic to it all. Basically, when it gets upgraded, it's basically a one-turn thing, so you're using it basically all the time. But here's the thing. He places a shield buff on this champion equal to 10% of their max HP for 2 turns whenever this champion loses 10% or more of their max HP from a single hit. Yeah, we talked a lot about shield. Guess what? He's going to be giving himself shield nonstop. But furthermore, this effect right here, he's going to place a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 2 turns every time their HP drops below 50%. This is basically a marathon survival solo build. And if he can keep looping between shield and heal, you're going to be surviving for a long time. Now, this is what I'm going to say. This is kind of where I went into battle. I'm like, why is it not working for me? I wasn't surviving long enough. 2 things that I did that made this work immediately. Thing number 1, you're seeing the artifacts that I have locked in on this guy right now, right? He's got all the good HP stuff, but for a little bit there, I didn't have a destroy or immortal HP percentage primary on the gauntlets here. I had like a flat HP, but HP percentage is vastly superior. I was able to nab myself a large chunk. Actually, I think I actually have the artifact here still. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let's go to was it destroy that I had it? Oh, or was it 1 second. I know it's here somewhere. Was it immortal? Let me see if it's immortal. One of these, maybe I put it on someone else at this point. Oh, was it this one? Yeah, it was something like this. It was just, again, less than ideal. Having a flat, it's just not the same as having a percentage boost. And just literally that extra bit of HP made all the difference. But the second thing is, besides just trying to get those HP percentages locked in and trying to hit those target stats at just as much HP as possible, the second thing that made a difference was, you see I got this little red star, right? Very nice, very nice. Found it inside the merchant one day. I'm like, shoot, okay, I'll get it. This was a big deal. I know it's only 1 red star, but it helps make all the difference. I was able to lock in the emergency heal blessing. What this does, you heal this champion whenever a shield buff placed on them expires. You're going to be going through a lot of those on Vergis against the Scarab. And then when it's removed, they're broken, blah, 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 by an enemy attack. The value of the seal is equal to a portion of the champion's max HP. And that's, again, why we need so much max HP. And then plus at the 1 star, you'll get an additional 4,500 health. So more health on this. And then at the 1 star, you get 3% of their max HP back. And then you get here 2,250 to epic champions additional HP. So the extra HP, the extra heal is great. It really compounds the power on top of this right here. So between that and getting the more ideal HP percentages, this made this into an absolute breeze. And then we can take a look at masters if you want to see what I have. This is basically the path I got. So let's go ahead. All right, let's go and actually move on to the gameplay now. So let's hop on over to Doom Tower hard mode, one of the biggest of biggest daddies when it comes to the Scarab King. This absolute jerk. It just feels good to finally have Scarab King in a place where I own him now. So here's what I would do. I actually use Vergis as the lead, and as you can tell, Vergis doesn't provide anything. What I recommend doing, you don't need to have Calamitous. Unfortunately, I got to redo. Actually, it's fine. Let's just redo this. Put just some sort of damage there that could just solo the first 2 waves, you know, help you get through that, and just to get Vergis to that final wave, and that's all you really need. So you don't need Calamitous. You know, I used, for example, as well, He-Man. You know, you can do He-Man to do it. Whatever you have in terms of damage there, just to get Vergis out of those first 2 waves as soon as possible. So let's go actually do this. We're going to do a quick team setup here. Ignore all this stuff here. So what we're going to do, take this out. Yeah, just delete the team real quick. We were going to throw in Calamitous in. Yeah, just whatever, because that's what I used last time. And plus, why not flex him, right? And then we're going to throw in Vergis. What is incredibly important, round 3, I love that you can do this. What you're going to want to do for Vergis is you want to make sure he does not use this Aegis ability. Just put on don't use. You just want him using that basic ability. We didn't talk about it, but you know, you have a 40% chance of placing a 30% reflect damage buff on the random ally. Cool, whatever. But we just don't want to do this thing right here. We just wanted to keep doing basics, and then also that second win, we just want this thing to keep doing its thing as well. So those are the 2 things you really need to just keep in mind. Let's save that. We'll lock it in. And now, my friends, what we're going to do, I'll hang out with you for the first little bit, and then once we get to wave 3, we'll have to come back in a little bit. So, without further ado, let me show you what Papa Vergis can do. Start it up, baby. Here we go. We're just going to do a little, just hit me a multi-battle. Just do it one time. One time only. Let's do it. Send it. All right. So you're going to see, again, the damage there, Calamitous in this situation, just going to help us quickly get through this first little bit as fast as possible. Whatever damage there you have, I think Trunda could work as well. There's a lot of damage there that could just nuke out an entire wave here. But as you're going to see, like, the one thing I wish I had was a bit more resistance on this character. You know, maybe if you focus on the, the different, oh my gosh, what are the things called? You know, the haul bonuses or whatever, that could probably help out. But not having high resistance was perfectly fine. So Calamitous is going to chop. We're going to nuke through this wave here in a second. And then, boom, he's gone. Next wave, Calamitous is going to try to help us out for this last bit. And then we want him to basically die off as fast as possible going into the final wave. Because one of the things I had struggles with the Scarab, I would have too many champions in some of my earlier builds, and sometimes the more champions you have, the more buffs you have, the more damage the Scarab does, and then if you have a champion in the team that doesn't have shield, well then you start the whole provoke loop that goes on here. So all right, and it's kind of funny, Calamitous has a shield buff as well, so I was actually trying to build a Calamitous solo, never could quite get it to that point, but you know, we'll see how long he can chill with this, but we kind of want him to just go bye-bye. I appreciate the effort, I appreciate it. Just get him out. The sooner he's out, the better. We literally just want this to get down to Vergis solo only. Come on. And that should... go away! Please, Calamitous, this is not the time to show off how cool you are. Go. Scarab King, I'm going to give you permission. Just get rid of Calamitous. And, okay, perfect. All right. So here's where we get down to business here. We finally have ourselves Vergis holding down the fort all by his own, but you can see between his all the shield mechanics that he has in the heals, he's going to heal himself a ton. This isn't going to be immediate satisfaction. You're going to one-tap the Scarab. No. This is a patience run. It's a solo marathon build. So what I'm going to do now, you guys get to hang out with Vergis. You guys can open up your hearts and souls, tell you about your biggest woes, your biggest successes in Raid Shadow Legends. I will come back. Last time I did this, I think it took 25 minutes. So we're going to go super fast mode, and I'll be back in a bit, all right? Take care of my Vergis. He'll take care of you. And Scarab King, hopefully you're going to be dead the next time I return. So, all right, you guys have fun. All right, see you later, alligators. In a while, crocodile.
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't talk about it.
Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak.
Well, hello there, people. Really quick intermission. Let's give a quick round of applause to Vergis. Surviving so far. Good job. We got, you see the core happening here. However, I want to pause real quick. You can keep going, Vergis and Scarab. You guys do your thing. I want to pause for us real quick in super fast mode. I want to note, you might be like, wow, we're 646 turns in, 15 minutes, 16 minutes into it. Wow, this is taking a lot of time. Well, notice that we are about to get through this little remaining part, that tiny little bar up there on top of the Scarab. And once we crack through that shield, whatever the heck it is, think I care about words? No, we're going through, we're destroying whatever that bar is. Things are going to speed up a lot faster. Hold on a second. And it's broken. There we go. Ding dong. Whatever that little bar is dead. And now things are going to speed up a lot more. But look at all that destroyed max HP. It's doing work. But all right, we still are going to need a little bit of time. But just thought I'd point that little meter bar, whatever out. All right. You guys have at it. Sorry for interrupting. You guys enjoy Super Fast Mode Part 2. And I will meet you guys at the finish line. And the power of one, the power of two, the power of disappearing. What's up? Oh, I'm supposed to disappear. What's up? There we go.
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't talk about it.
Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak.
Come on, get to the finish line, Vergis. You're almost there. And it's down for the
count. 1, 2, 3.
He's out and the victor is Vergis. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, all you beautiful high elves, dark elves. That right there is the Vergis soul. So again, with all the little tips and tricks we talk about in terms of building this guy, the big thing is this: if you're asking, do I have enough HP? The question's always no, get more. With that mentality, Vergis can solo, and as you saw, once we cracked through that shield, the last part was a lot faster to work through and pairing whatever attacker that you have. But man, once you knock out this stupid Scarab King floor 100, I feel like the rest is kind of on easy mode at that point. So give it up. If you see a Vergis, don't neglect him. Now I feel like I can take on Doom Tower with full confidence. And that's going to wrap it up for today, my friends. If I don't have Vergis to give away, but you know what I do have to give away for new players out there? Use my link down below, scan my QR code. I'll be able to get you to Gore right away. And then at level 40, you'll be able to get yourselves a Deacon Armstrong. Go forth, dominate the Scarab, make him your little pet, family friendly. And the next time we meet, we'll see what we conquer next. And until we meet again, always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today.
Oh, it's great to be in the